Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of JMP Outdoors. Man, have I got a kind of a cool one for y'all today. So, all you non-deer hunters out there, or people who don't know much about deer, I'm gonna show y'all in this video kind of how a deer, kind of his calling card and how they get ready for battle. So, I'll take y'all over here and show y'all. Let me flip y'all around. Okay. All right. So, a deer, especially in the early part of the season, I would say October-ish, even late September, will start doing what we call rubbing, okay? And so a smaller deer is going to hit stuff like this. Little trees, they're scratching off the velvet from when their horns stop growing. Because in case y'all don't know, a deer's will lose his antlers in, I'd say, starting in January, and then they immediately start to grow again. And then by August, they stop growing, but they have this velvet material on there. Well, come September, they'll start making rubs like this. And this is a smaller rub. And you can tell where the bark's all shaven off, where he was rubbing his antlers to get the velvet off. And they're also preparing for the rut. They're preparing for battle. So you'll see little trees like this for the little deer, but then you'll see a tree like this. And this is the big boy. If you start seeing rubs like this, that's when you know you got a mature buck. See, it's even got it all down on the ground. You've got a mature buck in the area. And that's one fire way to know that you've got a pretty decent buck, because he's thrashing that. Now, back over here is another telltale sign of a deer that's really thrashing. And see, look at this one, same thing. So there's rubs all throughout here, going all the way back. As I can see, there's rub. This is what they call a rub line. You'll have, I see one back, hold on, okay, I see one back that way, back this way, some rubs. You got a rub right there, and you got another partial rub back here, and you got another rub. So this whole area has got rubs, and this is what we call kind of a rub line. Because you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, 4, 5, 6. And I just spotted something else I didn't see that I'm about to show y'all. Okay, so the deer are rubbing, they're scraping their antlers, they're getting velvet off, and then they'll do it all throughout the season. And they'll rub, and they'll rake and sharpen their horns. They're getting ready for the rut. They're getting ready to battle one another. And here is another telltale sign that I didn't see that I will show y'all, is right over here. All right, that's a scrape. That's a communal scrape, and it hadn't been used in a while because the rut's over. But look, you have a licking branch right here, and then you have a scrape down there. Now what'll happen is deer will come in and they'll take their paws and they'll paw that, and they pee in it. And then the does will pee in it. The bucks will come around, and they can be able to smell the estrage off the doe to know whether that doe is in heat or not. And then what they'll do is they'll walk in, and they'll pee down their legs, and they'll rub their legs together, letting another buck know, marking their territory. That's okay. So, and then they lick on that, and they'll scratch on that, because deer have scent glands all on top of their heads. So they'll rub all that, rub all this, getting their scent glands all over the place. And then they'll come and they'll squat and they'll pee in that. And that is letting other deer know. That's a way that they communicate. Same with the rubs. The rubs is another way that they kind of communicate with one another. Bucks will come in and they'll rub their antlers. Well, they're also, by doing that, they're marking their territory. I've got video that I'll put after this, showing them rubbing and doing exactly that. So, oh, look at this. All right, that one is definitely doing scrape behavior where he's licking the branch. So, yeah, look at that. Oh, that's what that one's doing right there is atypical buck behavior. So, although he done got his ass whooped once, his, what would that be? One side's already broke off. No, look at this. Big boy went over there and be like, "You gonna dominate? You want some of this?" He's like, "Nope." Wow, this is cool. Yeah. Damn it. See, that left side's already snapped. Left side is already snapped. But like I said, the bucks are liking it, the does are not. So leave me down in the comments what is in cottonseed that the bucks would really dig, but the does aren't really touching it. Because I don't know. So far, he's touched it, and so far, big boy over there in the woods has touched it. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This is JMP Outdoors signing off, and it's gonna get cold here in Texas this week, so I'm probably gonna like, subscribe, comment, and thank y'all for watching JMP Outdoors, and I'll see you next time.